I can do this while we're talking.
All right, welcome to the BearThoughts podcast. We usually do this every Wednesday at 5 o'clock Central PD time, but today we had a little problem yesterday. I'll go into a little later on, but today we're starting at 4 o'clock. So I hope you're here. Be sure to sign up in the chat box and let me know if we got audio. I'm checking myself right now. Oh yeah, I can hear us. Thank you. All right, and as always, we have the disembodied stealthy F Jade as our self-moderator, and a Corvo Ninja with his "Meet Me at the Jungle" T-shirt. That T-shirt is so wild. Thank you.
I love this T-shirt. And believe it or not, I have not been able to wear this T-shirt in a while, so the fact that I can wear it now is very nice.
Like, other than like its tone being a little bit off, I could have swore that's like just your skin. I'm like, you have a really big tattoo on your chest.
I know. I love it. I love it.
It's straight out of the 90s. I had to say that's a T-shirt that had like style or even idea straight out of the 90s. It is such old school.
2012, 2014. Thank you very much.
I haven't seen
Don't insult my tiger fucking shirt. I feel that a lot.
I haven't seen that kind of look since the 90s. I'm sorry. I think I had when I was like maybe 8 or 9 years old. Maybe not the same design, but something very close to that. Of course, when I was younger, I used to have this Mickey Mouse T-shirt as well, with like a basketball kind of clothing on it. It was like a long sleeve, all white Mickey Mouse right in front of it. I used to love that thing, and I got made fun of so much because of that T-shirt. Because I wore it every chance I could because I loved it so much, and I don't know why I loved Mickey Mouse.
I've had shirts like that too. I ain't gonna lie.
You wore so much. You're like, why are you wearing that shirt? So I love it. It's my favorite shirt.
It's my favorite shirt. You know. And so you don't remember where you got this? No. I can tell you where you got it. I can't believe you don't remember. This was a Wild Adventures purchase.
Oh, never mind. It was that. Theme park.
Anyway, so just a little bit of news real quick before we get it going.
Mm-hmm.
I've successfully cranked the Jeep.
Nice. Jeep is up and running.
Jeep is running. Car may be running by tomorrow night. I may have made affiliate today.
Oh, you may. That's a word that I'm
being facetious. Yes, I made affiliate today.
I'm about to say, motherfucker, you better just be affiliate. Come on. Oh, you say may.
That's just the way to pick at people. Usually when I do that to like Stealthy or some people that hang around me a lot, they usually know that means yes, he did. But yeah, I made affiliate today. The Jeep starts today, and my bonus hits the bank in the morning.
Nice. Okay, so I have some partial news as well. I'm doing a few things while we're doing because thing right there, a little out of line. Okay, so if all those who do know, I am sponsored by Dubby, but as of today, for a time period of trials or a trial period, I am also sponsored by HelloFresh. HelloFresh is a subscriber-based company where you can subscribe to get food of your various sorts sent straight to your home and try out new recipes and try out new things. And if you are interested in it, the link is down below. And of course, you can see down there is a code for it. I had to stream with certain many hours to get all this stuff going. So if you want to help support the channel, do that. So those are things right there. Apparently, okay, so Corval will probably talk to you this afterwards. So maybe you could try to get a sponsorship. But I'm going through a company to get sponsors into my channel, and it's pretty much like the Get You thing. We hit certain stretch goals, you get a certain much a payout. And that's what I'm doing. So if you're interested in we can talk about it afterwards, but I have another sponsorship maybe line up, but I don't know if I want to take it because it's for a mobile game. And I'm not big fans of like Get You Packed aside. I'm not a big fan of mobile games.
Yeah.
But
so just in case you didn't know, do you know that the new registration's up for the new streaming event for that?
Yes, I already have it registered. Of course, it starts today. right? It says 14.
It does start today, but you do have to wait 24 hours after you register before you can actually start. So you can't really start until tomorrow on it.
Well, so that's no help.
I'm gonna start churning and burning tomorrow.
Yes, I got
at least an hour a day.
I'm going to stream later tonight. It won't be the usual time, but we got things to go out and do in town, and of course, I want you to stream, and I want to watch you as well. So, those who are here usually watch my streams. I want to let you know that.
I also found a game that I think I want to play because I was watching someone play it last night. Madison. I want to play Madison.
Madison. Okay, I'd never heard of a game called Madison.
It's a horror game.
Mm-hmm.
And Madison. And it is full of jump scares and shit. And I was watching Ottertot play it last night, and I was cracking the hell up at her. Like, there was points that scared her so bad she would have to swap to her Just Me camera and turn away for a minute. So I want to play it. I want to play Quarry. There's a few of them that I'm starting to see that I'm like,
Okay, that's pretty cool. I'm not the big horror games, as you well know, but you know it's always fun to watch someone get scared. And
hold on just a second. Hold on.
Okay. But I will be streaming a little later on this evening, so it will be probably after or like toward the end of Corbo's stream. I'm hoping he plays some more Final Fantasy 8. I don't know if he's going to, but I hope he is. Give me a nod up and down if you are. Can't hear you. But it's all right.
I can hear you. I'm trying to get a hold of the boys to do something. Just give me a minute.
All right. So let's see. So I have a couple little topic pieces, but I want to get him into it. So for a reason why I didn't stream yesterday, if anybody does not know, I have been, as always, my life, it's been troubles. I got a package delivered to my UPS lost my package. It sent to someone else. Been fighting with that. Been in talks with a company about getting some things that I have rightfully owned to. It's just one thing after another. And yesterday I was just not in a good mood, so I didn't want to bother y'all with that burdens. Good?
Burdens?
Yeah.
Burdens? Dude, I've been walking to work all week. Burdens?
Yeah, it's not like
I ain't had nothing but burdens between the rain keeping me from fixing the vehicle, walking to work in the morning, trying to beg for a ride in the afternoon.
Yes, you can grab them.
Yeah, won't lie. I know the rain sucks for you because it stopped you from what you're doing, but I'm kind of glad it was raining because I'm getting tired of all this heat waves. I want something to cool down all this heat stuff.
I promise you, if it dumps as much as it's been dumping on us on you inside of a day to a day and a half, you'll be going, go the fuck away.
I like the rain, but then again, I'm not trying to go outside and do something.
But you don't want you want enough rain that it's running up in your door. Because that shit was happening at work. It was dumping so much rain at one time that shit was running up in our door. And we got a 4-inch concrete pad to step on before you step out of a step up from the parking lot to the door.
Well, I come from Mississippi where rain was practically every single day. My wife can vouch for that. It rains days on end Mississippi, so I'm kind of used to it. But around here, it was raining like every single day when we moved here. But then, for some reason, this past, month or two, there's been no rain at all. And it's just been muggy and hot and uncomfortable to the point where I don't even want to go outside to even cut my grass. But I did, but it was still like I didn't want to because just how uncomfortable it was.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
I get to the point where my cutting grass is actually like, I used to hate it. Now I don't really look forward to it, but I don't really mind it at all. I don't know if it's just an age thing or just the idea this is my home. What happened?
Well, if I move my foot right now, there's a great chance that I'm going to lose network connection.
Well, that's
because the palm ran under the desk when trying to be taken to another room and caused everything under my desk on the shelf to fall to my feet.
Well,
So, all right, add that aside.
Okay, so I want to talk to you about one thing, and we'll get to the next other topic afterwards. But okay, you know, yesterday, me and you were talking about getting in pets.
Yep.
Okay, I want us to think of ways, because one, we know Dendro, right? It's called Dendro. Is coming out within the next patch, not this patch, but the next patch. And you were talking about how Dendro might work with Geo. Saying Geo makes my other dog get his head up because his name is Geo. But anyways, I was thinking about yesterday, like how could other elements? Let's just imagine here. We're going outside the box here. We're thinking outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say we were game developers and we had the financial means to do these things.
Okay.
How would we want more of the other elements to work with Geo? And I was thinking in my head, how would they work with?
I've got like 5 of them right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go first, and I'm gonna think of how elements could work with Geo, how the other elements could possibly work. And my first,
you want my list?
Yeah, let me go. Let me go first.
Go
okay, so with wind, and let's say if they ever figure out a way, if they ever wanted to get Geo to work with wind, I think wind elements with Geo should increase your speed, your attack speed, to be able to lunge or make your attacks move faster.
So you're thinking along the lines of increasing your abilities. I'm thinking along the lines of the actual ability and what it does.
Okay, so let's
keep going.
Okay, so let's say with fire, I would want the elements, the rocks, to be turned into like a lava effect.
There you go. That's one of mine.
Water, I would want the like kind of like a mudslide, kind of like an AoE frontal cone. I don't know how that would work, but
I was thinking more like a mud encasement where it dries almost instantly,
or slows him down. Maybe slows down the enemy down like a mud encasement. And let's see, wind, fire, water. Now electro. That's the part I'm having the most trouble with.
It's because rock is a natural insulator. It's not going to play well with rock at any point unless that rock happens to have gemstones in it, because some gemstones can conduct electricity.
Okay, so maybe okay, so let's say the rock or the person is fine with Geo and they happen to pull up elemental stone that has a various of what's up, anime? I had a variable of metals or gemstones that can to contract electricity. Would that maybe get them like if it hits them, make them conductive? But then that's sort of like water. Like why would you already have that? You already have a way of making them conductive. You hit them with a rock. So I'm thinking maybe just say instead of a multi-target, a single target where lightning hits them. I don't know. And just thinking outside the box here, trying to think of how could Genshin Impact make Geo more viable for all elements.
Electro is going to be the hardest for you to do with that. But I have one you didn't think about for wind.
What's that?
Sandstorm.
Oh, that would be nice. Goodness gracious. Yeah, you're right about that. Sandstorm, because it's pretty much dirt and been pounded down for many years, and then now it's in a
sandstorm, baby.
Powder.
I mean, just imagine sand being flung at you at the speed of wind and what it would do to your body.
It's kind of like pressure washing, and because since pressure washing is not really water,
some welders use sand blasters to clean the metal prior to welding. So if it can clean metal, it'll rip the flesh slam off of your body.
Okay, another idea for the Geo. Maybe if you hit him with the elemental rock of electricity, maybe it pulls the enemy or has a way of like pulling him towards you a little bit so they can't run away. I don't know.
Or I got one for you. So let's say you have a earth-based character and eventually your earth abilities evolve to the point where you can have, steel is made from ore, right?
Yeah.
But guess what steel does? Steel conducts electricity, as well as you can turn steel with the right amount of electricity into a magnet. So we can either repulse them or drag their ass right to us.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of here, like, you know, because I know Genshin Impact is supposed to be more of a simplistic game, right? It's not supposed to be that too elaborate, but it plays on the elemental things. And Geo is still one of my favorite elements in pretty much like every scenario of anime and TV shows and so on. I just like Geo. I don't know. I feel like an affinity for that brutish.
See, I've never been that. I've never been that. It's always been electric for me. I like the idea of just toasting somebody's ass with high voltage. But then again, I was an electrician, so I know what it will actually do. So it's just, and usually there in an anime or a game, it's a beautiful blue or purple color, you know. So it plays to colors that I love. So I have that natural affinity to. I like purple. I mean, if anybody had watched me and Earl playing V-Rising the other day, when we streamed it, I literally made my character with a purple toned skin and violet eyes, and I mean, that's me.
Okay. I don't know. I don't really like the tone of Earth, but I like the idea of it. Again, of course, I'm a pretty headstrong kind of person at times, and I know I can be. I try my best to really kick that out of me. Oh, that looks beautiful. Isn't that a chess piece?
Yep, and that is the Raiden Shogun.
Oh, she looks great. You're gonna keep them clear, right? Or
yeah, this one's gonna be clear. I'm gonna let Stealthy throw the polish on it. Have you seen any of those pieces since she polished it?
No, I told you last week I wanted to see the Blastoise that she was polishing like a diamond, and and you said you'll get it to me this week, so I'm hoping you have it within arm reach.
Okay, yeah. So I'll send it out tomorrow. No, I'm talking about the Pokeball. I didn't know if you had showed that to him because it's at a pretty good stage, even though you're not completely done. So,
well, just the bottom part.
You remember how kind of dusty almost the blue Pokeball looked?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's getting really nice.
That's with that stuff that we bought. That I told you about, I sent you the link to.
Yeah.
That's what's doing that. And the guy I made this for, he's ecstatic with it like it is, but you know, Stealthy, she's not done yet.
Yeah, we want a diamond at that ruft.
He's already went and bought battery powered tea candle lights and wants me to make a little pokey holder for it. So he can sit it in there and flick it on, because this is on his desk at work. That's how much he likes it. Dude, I can count the bubbles in this thing.
Oh, I had that with my little Venusaur too. My cat decided to knock it over and break it. So I got to print me a whole new one.
So now she's doing such a good job shining that one up, I might have to make me a purple Mewtwo ball and let her shine it up.
Yeah, that sounds nice. Okay, so that's just the things I was thinking. I'm looking forward to Destro. I saw the I guess he called it sneak peek, the video they did for Genshin Impact on their YouTube channel for Dendro and the stages in the area. But I had to say chef kiss to that video about the Frost Zone people. I forget what their names are. The bad guys. Well, supposedly bad guys. What's their name?
Fatui?
The Fatui people. Like they did like a farewell ceremony for what's her name?
Senora?
Yeah, Senora. I mean, like that butterfly. I'm like, ooh, I see a butterfly. I'm seeing it. Come on. And I'm like, I feel like there's more to it than just meets the eye when that butterfly lands on the grave, or the idea of the grave of her, and then disappears. Like, it feels like they're pointing to something, but like she could be just dead. She could be just dead now. But that entire video showed off way more than I ever could ask. That was so nice. Those characters look great.
They did a very good job with that, didn't they?
Yes, and
they
like
really did.
And what they were like, it wasn't even like a here's a story and then we're gonna tell you about us. Like, no, it felt like we were actually part of the world, and they were actually like, this was a moment in the game, and we had to experience, rather than just being, hey, here's a story about us and how we came to be who we are. I gotta live in the story.
So on the topic of Genshin, I know you might not like the new 4-star's physical appearance, but his skill set is fucking gorgeous.
It looks so good.
Oh man, I like I told you, I took him. Mine is currently a level 40.
Yeah.
I took him and demolished Healy trolls that were 89 with him, and X are 0.
I feel like he could be like another Bennett. I know
well, here's the awesome thing about him that I really like. His ultimate is just amazing because not only does it draw them in, but the ultimate on its own also explodes at the end, does AoE damage.
Yeah.
But if any of the people he draws in is affected by another element, fire, electric, water, any of those, right? It does a second explosion of AoE damage in that element.
Yeah, and it could like sandstorm, wind turning around, sandstorm.
I have not tried it with someone being hit by Geo yet, but I have done it with fire. I've done it with water, and I've done it with electric, and they worked beautifully. I can only imagine him being a permanent party to one of my parties.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets everything he needs.
Okay. So like I'm saying, like if you hit, let's say you're fighting them and you splash them with some water with one cutter. Well, now they have water attached to them. An only way to get a Geo element attached to them as well is if you use the Geo character afterwards. Splash them water, smack them with Geo. Now they have Geo and water elemental stuck to them. I don't know. I would like to see that in the game, but I love the way his fighting style, his gameplay looks like a lot of fun. Charging up his E, I think. It might be Q. I can't remember. Charging that.
His E is the one where he blasts across screen and knocks the shit out of them.
Okay, so it might be his Q.
His Q is the kick. He jumps in the air, does the wind kick. It hits, sucks them in, and then explodes.
Okay, so which one does he like? He stays still for like a couple seconds to charge up his little thing, and then he like punches him.
Oh, that's just his when you hold his fucking
auto
attack.
Okay, it's auto attack. Okay, I thought that was like a special
so
move.
You're doing your normal attack, you know how you have charge attack? That's his charge attack.
Okay. I have been seeing some people having a little problems pulling on him, even though he's a 4-star, which I don't know if I'm upset with that. I just kind of like, I would like to get, if I do get him, I want to get as many as I can of him so I can get like maybe a C2 or a C3. I know you pop up later in the future, but he's a 4-star, so.
I've only gotten him once. There you go. I got him twice? Do I have a C1? I don't know. I think do I have a C1? I might have him at C1. Stealthy says, I don't know. I don't remember.
I would like to get him up as high as I can, but I know I'll pull as much as I can. But I got Ito, so that was nice. But I got him to C1 Ito. But I got Ito finally.
I got a C1 Ito, and I also have finished my Ning Wong now. So I have multiple characters that when it throws it at me, I'm just going, give me a wish, baby. Give me a wish. Toma's finished.
Okay.
Gene's got a C1. So yeah, I'm working on it, and I'm at 66 pities towards Kazuha. So all these events are I'm just waiting. Come on, baby, give them to me. And then when they give me my rewards for the streamer event in 2.7, I'm gonna get me a Kazuha somehow.
Well, let's hope that comes about. Oh, by the way, have you got your emotes ready yet?
I got 2 emotes. I haven't put them in yet. I was gonna do that, but when I got home, my neighbor needed some help with a couple of cameras they wanted to put up, so I did that real quick before I got the Jeep going.
I see one of them, but I can't see it because it's locked. What is it? I can't tell.
It must be the stone. It must be the stone fire then, because I haven't put the.
I see an AOL. Yet. I see AOL Corvo 6A or LOL. And it's red.
That has to be the fire stone, the stone heart or Stonefire.
Okay.
And then I haven't put the card in yet, but it's going in there.
Okay, so the anime do you actually have the animated choice? I'm sorry, I know there's been some talks people don't understand. On Twitch, you have emotes, and once you hit affiliates, you can start putting up emotes, and you get a certain amount of them until you reach a certain new goal of subscribers, and then a certain amount of deals. So I'm trying to see if he got his up and ready.
Yeah, I downloaded the animated one that you did.
Okay,
I just gotta put it up there.
I just hope the details come out with that small it is. I hope the details are able to be shown. I probably should have made a canvas smaller.
I know that between her drawing and your animation, they both look pretty good. So,
it's really hard to get details and emotes. Like really hard. Like it's like you have to like go almost like
And that's why I'm so impressed with her blue raptor that she did, because you can see that is blue.
Mm-hmm.
Even as tiny as it is, there is no doubt that is blue.
Only thing I can't see is the scales, but like she did it for just to be extra, and that was all right. But I can't see the scales, but you can definitely see the blue on it. It looks great. Her owl's cute as can be, though. But okay, so next topic.
That is for stickers. That's why I don't fucking care that it is or not showing up on the emote. Okay.
I wasn't that bashing on it.
Owl.
Owl's cute. Okay, so here's the next thing. I talked about this on your stream a couple of days ago, and I don't know if you remember about it. Remember that anime I told you about?
So you'll have to say the anime name again.
Okay, so it was Harem Dungeon from Another World.
Oh yeah. I remember you saying something about it.
Okay, so this anime is it's a manga that I've been reading. Every time it comes out and it releases a English version of the manga, I read it. I'm caught up to present day, and Crunchyroll got the rights to it. Now, I don't know if you remember or know this, but at one time, Funimation was its own company. Crunchyroll was its own company, and Sony owned the rights to Crunchyroll, I believe.
Right. Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, so Crunchyroll bought Funimation.
Yep.
And that has merged Funimation with Crunchyroll.
Right.
And back in 2020, there was an anime called Interspecies Reviewer, where they censored this anime so much so, and they even like canceled the show because how lewd it was. And like they bought the rights to this anime, they started dubbing. They dubbed like 3 episodes of it and then canceled it. And people were like super upset because it was a great show. Despite it being the lewdness it was absolutely hilarious. I was dying laughing watching the show. So they censored that. And that's not the only time they censored anime. You told me about one a couple of days ago where they were censoring one anime where they made the blood all white. Remember that?
Yep.
Where the entire page looked like one splooge scene.
Yep.
So, like, they censor anime to that degree, right? Which is admittedly kind of annoying, but they do that. But it's not taking away too much from the show. Well, this anime, they took up a notch. They went up a notch with it. Okay, so normally they just blur things out or change the color or whatever, right? When there's something they don't like. This anime is mature. So let's put that in the preface. It is a R-rated, non-porno anime. So, non-porno means no. So, get the point. This anime, they decided not only to censor and huge exclamations and like warning signs over everything, and anytime there is anything lewd in the show, but they also started censoring words. The English language is now being censored. Don't you find that like it's a little concerning? I know you're not like you may not be as worried as I am, but I feel a little concerned.
Well, I mean, if you look at it historically, there has always been somewhat of a censor on words when it comes to media anyway. English, Latin, it doesn't matter what language it is. because you've always got those people out there that their idea of what is appropriate and what is not appropriate is different from others. And unfortunately, if there's a large group of people or large enough group of people, whether it be Christianity or any other group, they have enough people to force the issue to the point that it actually happens.
Okay. But it is mature, so like it's supposed to be like well known that this is going to be an anime for adults, right? For the older generation. There's blood in the show, which
considering the fact that there are caring mothers out there that are stupid as fuck and don't seem to understand that mature means mature.
Yeah. So there's adults watching the show. There's blood in the show, red as can be. Heads getting cut off, bodies getting cut in half, swords through bodies, almost at the very, very beginning of the show. So you know, like, they're not holding back. It's not one of those shows that you should be like, hey, kids, come enjoy, have fun. The massacre that happens at the very beginning of the show, like literally almost at the very beginning, you see a guy get killed. So, like, you know, they're just, you see the matureness in it. But they censored words like, and not including of, sex, disease, and slave. These are some choice for a few words that is censored in the show. Slave doesn't get, you know, I get maybe somebody's like, oh, that's a triggering word. It's not, it happens. It still happens to this very day. There's still nations that still have slaves. And it doesn't get rid of the fact that there was at one time slaves in every culture. Every culture. Virgin, I was very confused on. I don't know who triggers or who gets caring about the word virgin or sex.
Well, because there's some people that associate virgin directly to a sexual reference.
Mm-hmm.
So to some people, virgin is not being pure or you know, pure heart, pure mind, like having a virgin mind, virgin heart. It, for some people, it is directly associated with whether she's been banged or not.
Yeah, and disease.
You know, well, we got to be careful about disease because, you know, people with certain diseases like AIDS or STDs and stuff like that, they get triggered off of that. They feel like they're called out. That's what that's all about. That's how they're justifying doing the censoring.
Yeah, and all this is all behind a paywall that subscribers pay. Lord Pestilence is subscribing from me, but if I was really paying for it out of pocket, and I've been looking for this anime, and they're censoring the anime I've been looking for a long time, I think I have a little bit of a right to complain, but I don't, because I'm not paying for it. But if I were to pay for it, I would be even more furious. Because this is the anime I really enjoyed. Like, this anime I've been waiting for it to come out because I've been excited for it. I didn't know about it until maybe 2 or 3 months ago, and then I started reading it like crazy. And I got caught up, and now I'm like feeding for the next episode. You can find the uncensored version everywhere else online, but on Crunchyroll only are they censoring the words. And like, they're not even like showing the words. They're doing the little like XXXX thing. You know what I'm talking about? Like the little,
yeah,
beep. They're making a beep sound. They're Xing out the word. But I know it because I read the manga. So I'm like, wait, what words were they censor out? I went back to the manga. I'm like, wait, they censor out that word? Really? But everywhere else, it's like you listen to it, you can hear the Japanese voice say it. But at least the other website I found it on, but the word is still being censored out, but the Japanese dub is still, or Japanese voice actor is still saying the word. So like, Japanese people don't care. They're saying the word all out, and if you know Japanese, you hear him say it, but otherwise you won't know what he's saying because the dub version, or not dub, the subtitles are X'd out. So like, I guess everybody's Xing it out, or I don't know what's going on, but I just found that a little concerning because like they're only censoring physical thing happening anime. They're blurring out blood. They're blurring out body parts. Now they're blurring out English. I feel like this is a trend now because this is the third anime I've seen it escalate. And I don't know if I should be concerned whether or not the next time they censor something, to what means do they have the rights or they feel the justification to take it the next step?
Well, I've said it before and I'll say it again. As long as there's large enough groups out there that feel one way about something and they have enough pull, there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it. It doesn't matter what industry it is. It doesn't matter if it's movies, it's animes, it's cartoons, it's, it doesn't matter. Music. I remember the first time I heard an album that had been censored and I was like, wait, what? What the hell? That's not how that goes.
Well, I've heard music like get changed to like, rather saying the word, like I'm driving around town with the girl I love and I'm like, that song, like they either silence the word out or they change the word to try to make it more.
Yeah, they changed that particular word to forget you.
Yeah, try to be able to have kids listen to it. I'm like, they want a broader audience and they want the younger generation and the current generation, but the current generation, older generation knows what he's saying, but the younger generation can get along with it too, because they're just saying forget you. It's like, oh, it's harmless. But then now, like animes, like it's mature. Why are you changing mature things? Like, well, then because there's some adults out there. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like it's almost going to become like Australia, where they're trying to ban anime altogether. They ban hentai in Australia, which I can't really get behind it, but I'm not like, it's not affecting me for one, but it's also, it's whatever kind of thing. Just don't ban anime, but they're trying to like ban anime all right together. Like I watched some court casing in Australia about what they're trying to do for anime. They try to get anime banned on like Sailor Moon.
Well, some people find that transformation phase offensive. I mean, imaginations run wild. Little boys get,
It's ridiculous. It's taken away. Like it's like this, it's like they're trying to end the industry outside of everywhere. Like that's not Japan. Like Japan is, they love it, and it's been growing. It's grown more than Marvel and DC combined. It sold more copies of mangas than Marvel to have in a very long time, or DC. Even though Marvel is huge in Disney, Disney. Even though I heard the last Thor movie was okay. I don't know. I'm a fan of it, so it's like somebody messing with horror movies, and then them censoring blood or killing in a horror movie. It's
at that point, there's no sense in making the movie.
Mm-hmm. It's just at what point do they decide why even publish anime? Like why even dub it? And, you're taking so much out of the show. I ain't asking for I want full on pornographic things in my anime. If it's not a hentai, if it's a regular anime, I don't really need that. I'm just asking, don't mess with the original content. If someone don't like it, don't watch it. It's like, if I don't like horror movies, I ain't gonna go watch it. If I don't like it, what? Why did I gotta watch it? I don't need it in my life. I'm not into it, but I want to get into it. Then you got to deal with what comes about it. You're going to see people getting killed in the horror movies. You're going to see gory. You're going to hear profanity. You might see a boob every now and then. You can't get it.
And that's what that particular part of that industry is for, is to scare you and mortify you.
Mm-hmm. And a virgin always gets killed.
Well, nowadays it ain't always a virgin. Sometimes it's the chick that was the hoe on the corner that refound God and became like new. That's the new trend.
Okay, so it's like that stuff happens in that stuff, but that industry, if that industry starts to mess with, who's to be most vocal? The fans, the people that actually like horror movies and has been watching horror movies, and they start messing with the whole idea of horror. They're gonna be vocal.
Yeah, I would be a pissed off person. I would. I'm not gonna lie and say I ain't.
So,
but I'm gonna make you smile a little bit because you seem worked up. You're turning red, red enough that your eyebrows are starting to actually show up, even though they're white.
Yeah.
So look at my little find.
Oh, that's cute. Squirtle, my favorite first gen starter Pokemon.
And it's fully silver.
Oh, that's special edition, of course.
Yes.
That's so nice. So cute.
Stealthy got it for me.
Oh, I bet. Okay, so I am a little flustered about that, and I'm worried. I'm deeply worried. I wanted to make a video on it. I'm like, well, why not make it on a podcast and maybe clip it and put it on YouTube as its own little video?
I mean, yeah. There's no reason why. There's no reason not to. I'm trying to keep an eye on some upcoming movies for trailers to come out because I've been asked by a couple of people that I work with that whether they watch us live or they go back and rewatch the VODs, when's the next time we're going to do a reaction video? So I'm trying to find something to do one on.
I did see. Was it an anime? I can't remember. I saw one a couple of days ago, or maybe a month ago at this point, that I was like, ooh, and then by the time I watched it, I realized how long it's been out, and I'm like, I'm sure somebody's probably done seeing the trailer for it by now. They're probably not interested in seeing our reaction, so I didn't say nothing about it. I just don't know, like, at what window would people, like, be like, okay, if I saw the trailer, now I'm gonna go watch these two dudes, and maybe Stealthy give their opinions on whether or not the movies would be great. And you know me, I am a bit of a stickler at times, and I know I can be, but I like to hit it within a certain time period where it's still, people are interested to hear somebody's opinion.
Brother, I love you, but you got to quit boxing yourself in about shit like that.
I know.
You're never going to get anywhere. At some point, you're going to have to just say fuck it and do it when you feel like doing it. Because if you don't, you're never going to do it.
True and real, because I've done that plenty of times already. I'm like, I should have just done it.
I mean, you take, for instance, what if we had waited on the Dune, or we had waited on Metal Boxing, or any of those that actually got pretty good hits on them? If we'd have waited, even though that trailer had probably been out for a week by the time we got to it, we wouldn't have gotten any traction on it. You've got to stop worrying about if you're in the window and start worrying about if it's something you think is going to be cool.
Gotcha. Well,
you know, you're worried about this window. It's about this big, but as long as you stay in here, you're never going to get out here ever. You got to stop that and be like, hey, this looked like a cool trailer. They might have been out for a while, but if I do a reaction video on it, maybe people are looking for more content on it and opinions on it. I mean, you got to stop doing that.
I'll try my best.
You really got to stop boxing yourself in.
I know I do. It's just one of those mindsets I've tried to break, but then I hear something or watch something, and I'm like, well, they hit the perfect time. They were right on the money, and I'm like, I need to do that.
There's your problem right there. You're too busy seeing and trying to research what's made other people successful.
Hitting shit on the mark
when there's not really a mark, dude. Guarantee you 99% of those people that you say hit that window perfect didn't even intend to do that. It's not like they sit down and did an analysis. They were just like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool, let's do it. You can't box it in. If you spend all your time trying to analyze and figure out if you're going to hit it in the right window, guess what happens? That window goes by while you're trying to do your analysis.
Gotcha. But I do have another channel. I didn't say this before. I talked to you about it.
Yep.
But I haven't showed anyone it just yet. And I'm doing a couple of tests on it and to see what happens. But I'm not going to show anybody just yet until I see, because I want to see if it has like a natural feel of growth, right? Because the way I grow this channel is everybody on my Twitch channel, I advertise about it. Right? Every chance I remember to do that. Oh yeah, by the way, I have a YouTube channel. Go check it out. This channel, I just want to see if it just grows on its own. Like if it just naturally just upload when I can. because with this video, with the premise I gave you, literally is like no time spree on it. It's just get thing, do a thing on that video, on that thing, upload it, and just see what happens.
Right.
And I'm hoping it works, but I want to do, I also want to add a couple things of our own hobbies in the video as well, but I don't quite know how to do that just yet. So I would say, everybody go subscribe to it. But again, I don't want to be that kind of channel. I kind of want to naturally grow. But let's jump into the thing I've been curious about. What happened to your Jeep?
Okay, so the starter went out. Now, this is the OEM starter. What that means for anybody that knows is it's the original manufacturer part. My Jeep is an 07. The fact that the starter lasted this long and it being an original part is a fantastic part, okay?
Did you buy the Jeep new?
No, I didn't buy it brand new. It was used.
Okay. I couldn't remember if you bought a new or not.
But it was the original part. So I wasn't real surprised when the starter went out. However, when it started going out, it made it harder to crank the vehicle, correct?
Yeah.
Well, because of that fact, it damaged the battery as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So after I get the new starter in, it still won't start. Can't figure out why it won't start. So I go, wow, that's going to be it's a good thing I have the app on my phone, huh? Hey, I won't show this on stream because there's no way in hell anybody will see it. Hey, guys, this is a very sexy insurance card for your vehicle. If you can't see it, you can't read shit because it's been rained on.
Nice.
It's all goop, but luckily I have the app on my phone.
Yeah. It'd be all right. Okay, so I didn't get the items that I was supposed to get in my things, but whatever.
So back to what I was saying. So the starter went out, made it hard to crank Jeep before it finally completely died, which in turn damaged the battery.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the starter in and it still wouldn't crank. Anime, by the way, Stealthy says she's waiting on you. I purchased the battery this morning online. A friend of mine at work went and picked it up for me and brought it to work. And then I got a friend to bring me home because, hey, guess what, chat? I've walked to work every day this week. Every day.
You're losing weight already.
So we got it home today and I got it on the Jeep and lo and behold, I hit the key and guess what happens? The damn thing cranks up.
Nice.
So there's that. And then at the same time, the problem with the car that we've had the whole time has been that we got a shitty battery back in November when we bought it. They sold us a shitty battery. So it didn't last at all. Now I've got to take that damn thing back this weekend and get it replaced under warranty so that I can have it and have two vehicles again. We already tried to do this one time, but due to the fact that there was still a tiny bit of life left in this battery, even though I, as someone who's worked on vehicles my entire life, knew that it wasn't enough for the vehicle. Due to the fact it had a little life in it, they wouldn't exchange it then. So I had to wait for it to completely say, screw you. And now I've got to try again because I bought a battery charger and it has a couple of different functions on it. One of them is that it tells you what the current battery voltage is when the vehicle's resting, meaning it's not running.
Yeah.
One of them, when it is running, you can hit it and it'll check your alternator for you.
Nice.
The other one is what they call battery recondition. So let's say you've been having problems with your battery. It'll still crank, but it's hard to get a charge. You can use that to recondition your battery for charging.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other function is whether it senses a battery or not. Okay. So the way that works is if I put this charger on the battery and the charger doesn't sense the battery.
Yeah.
It doesn't see anything. That means there's no continuity through that battery. That also means that you have a blown cell. Something's broken somewhere, which means that battery is dead. It's not doing anything. Guess which format it's in right now? It doesn't see a battery at all. So I'm going to take that bitch back up there and be like, give me my battery. Because what chat might not know is I usually leave the Jeep with the wife. It's easier for her to transport the kids and go get stuff from town. It's a little bigger, got a little more room in it, and I usually drive the car to work.
Yeah.
Well, when all this started with the car, since the Jeep was running, we were like, well, we don't want to spend that money right this minute. So she took me to work in the morning and she picked me up in the afternoon until the kids got out of school. And then I drove myself back and forth in the Jeep.
Yeah.
Well, now then the Jeep goes down and we're no vehicles. So my mission by the end of this weekend is to have both of them fuckers cranking so that if either one of them goes down, there is a vehicle.
So where was your starter at to cause like I used to have a I think it was my Nissan. I could be wrong, could have been my Honda. It literally was like underneath my back car seat. All I had to do was pull the car seat out, pull the plastic back, and my starter was literally right there. So I could have done it inside my vehicle, which
that's because your transmission set further back and it was a tiny little vehicle almost. So that's how that is. But on most big boy vehicles, that bitch is underneath, somewhere down underneath the motor, bolted to the bell housing of the transmission, because the way a starter works is a gear launches out at high speeds, meshes into the flywheel, which turns the motor over for combustion. Mine was like that. Honestly, the bottom bolt and the two wires for the starter were very simple to take off. The top bolt wasn't hard to take out once you got something on it. It had a very narrow space to get anything up there to it.
Usually
someone with small hands, it'd have been like nothing. Okay. But my hands aren't that small. Matter of fact, the top of this hand was bruised for a week when I took it off. Took the old one off because I forced my hand up there so I could slide the socket on it to take it off. So, and then I put it back on, but I was a little smarter when I put it back on. I come up with a method so that I had to shove my hand up in there.
Yeah.
I took some old Play-Doh that one of my children had and lined the socket with it and shoved the bolt head in there so it wouldn't fall out. And I used it to kind of start it like this.
Okay.
And then I could put my socket on and tie it down. And the nice thing about clay or Play-Doh is once you have a few threads in there, you could pull the socket off, no problem. It's not like it's a super glue or something like that. It's just holding it long enough for you to get it started.
Yeah.
So I tightened it down and that was done. That has been done since what? I told you I got the starter actually in when?
You had it mostly in Sunday night, but you couldn't finish it until
Monday. Monday it rained like crazy. Tuesday. So it was Tuesday. I actually had the starter in, but that's when we found out we were having problems with the battery.
Goodness gracious. That's just well, guess you say when it rains it storms, but in your case, literally raining so much that you couldn't even get anything done. It rained last night here, and it was storming, but we couldn't hear it at all until I literally went outside and sat there and just watch it and listen to it because it was just so nice to see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and end it there, so you can get ready yourself for your stream.
Yep, guys, we're going Final Fantasy VIII Part 3.
Okay.
Where I'm going.
Let me go ahead and thank my my sponsors and whatever one more time. If anybody wants to support this channel, other than hitting that subscribe button, hitting that like button, leave me a comment down below of your thoughts and opinion about some of the topic pieces of the day. You can also support us by checking out Dubby. If you like to try energy drink, their energy drink powder right now, they have a waifu cup. If you're interested in waifu cups, they have a waifu cup going on right now. They also have the starter pack for $15 where you can try out 3 different flavors of their energy drinks right now if you were interested in that. Or if you're not interested in that, you can try out Hello Fresh, try out their subscription base, and I think you get like 16 free meals. Yeah, 16 free meals. You can try that out if you're interested in that. Be sure to check that all down below in the description. Corvo Ninja, you can follow him at Ninja Corvo on Twitter. You can follow me at The Grover Bear on pretty much everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, not Twitch, TikTok, everywhere. I'm The Grover Bear. And of course, you want to check us out there, Jade. She's also probably going to be live within the hour, or if she's not already live. I don't know if she is or not. She live?
No, she's not live. She did a stream earlier today. So she might not stream tonight. She may just crash tonight.
Gotcha. And of course, Corvo Ninja on Twitch. So go ahead and get him pulled up. Be sure to hit that follow button on his channel and hit the notification button so you know when every time he goes live. But as always, have a good day, have a good night, have a good life. Much love, y'all. Bye.